You're listening to the 21st Peep Show episode of Bare Naked Bravery. My name is Emily Ann Peterson, and Peep Shows, if you're new to Bare Naked Bravery, Peep Shows are a little peek behind the curtain of what kind of bravery I'm going through this week, personally. And today, we're really talking about celebration and having fun and how important connection is to me in my creative process and in my bravery process as well. So we've got some really amazing folks in our Bare Naked Bravery Facebook group. If you're not a member of that Facebook group, you should definitely join us because it's so rad. You can sign up for that by going to barenakedbravery.com and just signing up for the Bravery Bundle, and you'll get an invitation for the Facebook group in your email inbox right away. So that's how you can join, and we would love to have you. And that's one of the big ways that I am experiencing bravery on a weekly basis, just constantly. The folks in that group are so wonderful. When you introduce yourself to the group and you're really vulnerable or you're just really honest about the kind of bravery that you're facing, it means a lot to the rest of us in the group, and myself included. It means a lot to be connected with other people who are encountering brave things. So a big, huge kudos and shout outs to everyone in the group. I love you guys. And I want to mention this because, I think when we go through brave moments or brave seasons in our lives, there is sometimes this stick your nose in the grindstone, just keep pressing on, do the thing. And we forget that sometimes just these small little moments in our day are really worth celebrating and really worth connecting with other people about. So, if you all of a sudden you get a blog post published in somebody else's blog, like a guest blog post, that is something worth celebrating, even if you've worked at it for forever, or even if you haven't worked at it for forever and it's just happened to fall in your lap, right? Those moments of putting yourself out there that happen, even if they're failures, even if you feel like the blog post that you wrote could have been way better, or the email that you sent was really embarrassing and you wish you had an unsend button. Putting yourself out there is still worth celebrating. And part of that celebration, yes, you can do that within yourself, but part of that celebration implies connecting with other people to do so. Our Facebook group is a great way to do that. However, if you have close friends or even somebody who isn't close, but you might think they get your celebration or they understand why you're celebrating, they really appreciate hearing from you, even if it's just email or a simple text saying hey, I did the thing, or I've totally failed and fell on my face. Those kinds of connection points are the thing that really creates that resonant bravery that pushes the greater change that we're looking for in the world outward. While weaving it inwardly within ourselves. So I think it's really important to connect with people and to celebrate with people. So this week, what that looks like for me personally is that I am, I'm in a couple groups of fellow business owners. I'm in a group of other podcasters, and we meet every week and chat about our podcasts and making sure that everything's awesome in that realm. I'm also in another group with a bunch of other creatives who, a bunch of photographers and other creatives who we just get together and talk about how our business is going and how our careers are going. Do we have enough clients? Are we going in the direction that we think we should be going? And holding us accountable. It's really an important part of all of this. So last week I was super distracted and super scatterbrained about everything. And in my groups, I mentioned this, and I mentioned one of the reasons why I thought I was so scatterbrained. And so this week I was able to come back and say, I haven't fixed everything, but I think I'm going in the right direction. And it was so wonderful to have a group of people say, yeah, you are. That's awesome. Keep going. So if you don't have a group like that, please reach out to me, because if you would like some extra iron sharpening iron kind of group, I would love to help you get connected with some other groups like that. We might be having a group like that popping up here in the very near future in the Bare Naked Bravery community. So please reach out to me. You can just email me hi@emilyannpeterson.com. Even if you don't want to join us in that respect, I really encourage you to reach out to 1 to 3 other people in your same realm. They don't even have to be in your same industry specifically, but in your same realm of trying to get things done, trying to be brave. Even if it's not in your industry and you're trying to be brave, like just on a personal level, getting together with a couple other people to hold yourselves accountable to that kind of personal growth, those are important moments. Those are important conversations to be having. So I would encourage you that even if you are feeling really, quite honestly, really shitty about your situation and kind of down the dumps, and you feel like you're just a wet blanket and why would anybody want to hang out with you? I've been there. But I can tell you this, that it is so important that you reach out to people and not isolate yourself, even if you're in the midst of this kind of pain or in the midst of your kind of scatterbrainedness. It's really important to reach out and connect with people. So I encourage you to just send a really quick email saying, hey, I'd like to start a group where we meet weekly or monthly. What do you think? Are you interested? I'm hoping that it'll take this long every week, and maybe we could talk about this specific book, or whatever format you feel comfortable communicating with them about. So that's my encouragement to you guys. But it's something that it's the kind of bravery that I'm experiencing this week personally, because I'm venturing back over to the Northwest next week. I'm got a big drive. Big 4 days of driving with a house concert right in the middle in Fort Collins, Colorado. So if you're in Fort Collins, come say hey. There's tickets to the concert is on my website if you're interested in purchasing those tickets. But I've got this big, huge season of not turmoil, because it's exciting turmoil. It's worth celebrating. It's like the sabbatical is over. We've got this fresh wind in my sails, and I'm ready to cross back over to the Northwest and really kick some serious butt on a lot of different areas. But it's a really wonderful season to celebrate. And I think if you get distracted by the minutia of, I got to get this done, and then I've got to get this done, and I've got to get this done. And if you get distracted by those minutia, then or those to-do lists, then you miss out on the fun, on the joviality of the whole experience and the whole reason why you're doing what you're doing. So do celebrate. Take a moment to celebrate this week. It means so much to your overall well-being that you take a moment and just enjoy and have some pleasure in the process. So that is my encouragement and my bravery for you this week. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, go ahead and download the Bravery Bundle from barenakedbravery.com, and you'll get an invitation to the Facebook group right away. And then that's it. We've got some really cool things in store for you. Next week, we get to talk with Sarah Jane, who is an artist, who is a fellow listener of the podcast. Whoa! And she's a member of the Facebook group. So you get to a sneak peek into what she's going to be talking about in the Facebook group this week. She is working on some really meaningful, really awesome projects right now, and I am so excited to share them with you. So keep your ears peeled and your eyes to the ground. No, reverse that. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears to the ground, because that episode's going to come out next Tuesday. So I will see you then.